Johnny Fisher versus Dave Allen is a fight I really want to talk about because I personally believe that Dave Allen got robbed. And so does Johnny Fisher's dad. He also said it after the fight when they came out the ring. He said to Dave Allen, and it's evident. I mean, the first round I gave to Johnny Fisher. They come out, they're going at it. Johnny throws a semi-low blow. It catches Dave Allen on the waistline, on the belt. Dave pauses and looks at the referee as if to say, come on, son. What's that? Not a low blow. Johnny's like, yeah, you want to look at the ref? Jumps on, back. Left, right, throws a whole heap of punches, a barrage. Dave Allen does well to get himself back into the fight, covers himself up, survives the onslaught, and carries on. 2, 3, and 4. These rounds were to and fro-ish. A lot of Johnny Fisher pressure. Johnny Fisher proper trying to get Dave Allen out of there. Trying to land some big shots. Dave Allen done well to cover up and survive, as well as dishing out a few shots of his own. Now, Dave Allen isn't your most technical boxer at all. He's not the best shot selection type boxer. What he is tough. Tough as old boots. He can take lick. He can take punishment. He can take shots. I remember Dylan White saying that punching Dave Allen was like punching brick walls. I remember Luis Ortiz couldn't get him out of there at all. And he was clearly winning the fight, clearly lamping up Dave Allen, couldn't get him out of there. Dave Allen said some of the shots that he was taking from Luis Ortiz, he felt it like the week after or something. It's mad. But what I could definitely tell you is that Dave Allen is tough as old nails, and he definitely showed it in this fight. I haven't seen Dave Allen fight since he lost to Fraser Clark, which was last year, I believe. Last year sometime. When I say last year, I mean 2023. And yeah, it was just the same old Dave Allen. I mean, he's good to go in there and test yourself with, but he's definitely a journeyman. He's definitely someone who's not going to be above British level. His whole ambition was to win the British title. That was his ambition. I remember clearly him saying, I just need to win the British title and I'll feel like a world champion. So he knows his limitations and he knows his pitfalls, but he's definitely tough as old nails. And he showed that in this fight throughout. Going into the 5th, very early on, Johnny Fisher's looking tired. And he goes to hold, after a few punches were exchanged, he goes to hold Dave Allen, probably 20 seconds into the round. Goes to hold Dave Allen, and Dave Allen's like, nah, get off me. Throws a short, sharp hook. I think it's like a left hook. Catches Johnny Fisher smack bang on the chin. And this leads to Johnny Fisher going down and having to have an 8 count. Barrages were thrown. A few punches were thrown. One caught him at the back of the head and he went down. So it's an 8 count. Therefore, that round, the 5th round alone, was a Dave Allen round. And it was a 10-8 round at that. From then on, because this was a 10-round contest, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, I gave all of those rounds to Dave Allen. Johnny done a bit of work trying to get himself back into the fight, but he was definitely dazed. His legs were not there anymore. They were not moving as freely as he wanted them to. He couldn't get himself out of the way of certain shots. His face was all getting busted up. He had a busted nose, or busted between the eye and the nose bridge area was busted. It was just looking all types of poor for Johnny Fisher. And in my opinion, Dave Allen won that fight something like 6-4 and a 10-8 round on top. But they give it to Johnny Fisher. I'm not surprised as much as I should be, because I know that this is how boxing is. Dave Allen hasn't really got a future in boxing per se to go up the levels. But Johnny Fisher is the one that is touted. He's the one that the backing is behind. He's the one that is getting a promotional push. Even though it wasn't a real matchroom show, it was kind of joined with Eddie and Frank. For me, I just think Johnny Fisher lost this fight. They should have scored it properly. Johnny Fisher should have been the loser. Dave Allen should have been the winner. And then Johnny Fisher knows that he has stuff to work on. I'm sure he knows himself because he is not a silly guy and he's not delusional. I'm sure he knows that he lost that fight. Deep down inside, he lost that fight. And I believe that he should at some point honor Dave Allen with a rematch. Apparently these two are brethren. They know each other and they're cool with each other. They do stuff together, like go out, have a drink, go down, pub, you know what I mean? Go down to Chinese, take in a football match, something like that. You know what I mean? They're lads. They're lads. Right? Whatever that means. But at the end of the day, Dave Allen is grateful for Johnny Fisher to bring him to Riyadh to get this fight and get this payday. Because you know that he got big money for this. He got bigger money than he's usually getting anyway, that's for sure. And he said in an interview afterwards, he feels that Johnny Fisher shouldn't even fight him next. He should do other things and then come back for a rematch down the line. And Johnny Fisher knows that's the truth and he agreed. So differently, I don't even know if I should say well done. This just shows that Johnny Fisher is very limited. He's only had 12 amateur fights and now he's had 13 pro fights. So the limitations were there clearly to see, and he needs to go back to the drawing board and change a few things about how he approaches these fights. And not just think that sheer strength of arms will win him the day. Sometimes you've got to be a bit cerebral. Sometimes you have to have a thought process. Sometimes you have to have a game plan. It's not everybody. I know this is the heavyweight division, but it's not everybody that you're just going to go in there and blast out. It just doesn't work like that. So I will say well done to both combatants. I will say Dave Allen should be feeling very hard done by, but he lives to fight another day. Johnny Fisher now understands that his limitations are clearly there to see, and maybe they won't match him as hard going forward, but he needs to have a few more fights such as this, and he needs to have a lot more bring-along fights before he starts to go up the ladder to get himself European and world title honours. One of these guys, I think Dave Allen should go in there with Moses Atomo. Let Dave Allen go and get himself a win. Moses, you have yourself a few fights. Dave, get yourself a win. And then, coming off the win, he should go in there against Moses Ituama. That's my opinion. Because Moses Ituama and Johnny Fisher were talking like they're going to get it on later on down the line. No. Johnny Fisher, stay away from Moses Ituama like David Adelier is staying away from Moses Ituama. David Adelier was told that he needs to defend his British title against Moses Ituama, and he says, I'm giving up this belt. I don't want this title no more. Got shot. I don't want this title. I'm fighting no Moses Ituama. You think I'm going to go fight Moses Ituama? That's mad. I'm going to get knocked out. That's long. Why am I going to go and do that? That's dumb. I can't blame him. But anyway, thankfully both men survived the fight and they lived to fight another day. And I'll see you guys in the next video.